Hey everyone, I hope everyone is having a good day. I hope you're getting into some reading. Um, Today's book is Babel by R F Kuang. You may have seen this book. It came out 3 years ago to much hype. And of course, I could not help myself, so I bought it. I bought a hardback. I should have waited for the paperback. Hardback cost me, I think, over $30. Even with some discounts. Costs me quite a bit. Anyways, this is Babel. I think that's how you pronounce it. And it's, I rated this book a 3.75 out of 5. I'll read you the description from the flap, as I usually do. And I will give you my thoughts after that. 1828, Robin Swift, orphaned by cholera in Canton, is brought to London by the mysterious Professor Lovell. There, Robin trains for years in Latin, ancient Greek, and Chinese, all in preparation for the day he'll enroll in Oxford University's prestigious Royal Institute of Translation, also known as Babel. The tower and its students are the world's center for translation and, more importantly, magic. Silverworking, the art of manifesting the meaning lost in translation using enhanced silver bars, has made the British unparalleled in power as the arcane craft serves the Empire's quest for colonization. For Robin, Oxford is a utopia dedicated to the pursuit of knowledge, but knowledge obeys power, and as a Chinese boy raised in Britain, he realizes serving Babel means betraying his motherland. As his studies progress, Robin finds himself caught between Babel and the shadowy Hermes Society, an organization dedicated to stopping imperial expansion. When Britain pursues an unjust war in China over silver and opium, Robin must decide. That is the description. I won't tell you what he decides. You have to read it for yourself. Kind of like this book. It was really dense. It took me a while to get through this book. It is a long book. It's over 500 pages. And she does include, and it's, yes, it is a she. It is a female author. For those wondering, she does include, not in notes, but notes that, yeah, things like these at the end of pages, and some of them are quite long. It's, and they can be quite dense, and I found distracted from the story a bit. I think she could have probably limited how many she used, especially the longer ones. Like I said, I give it a 3.75 out of 5. It's not that it was a badly written book. It was really well written. It was really well done. It just, for me at least, it was very dense. It was very, yeah, it was very dense. And it also delved into magical realism a bit. Well, I would say quite a bit. Especially with the silver bars and everything. It just, magical realism and fantasy, unless you're talking Harry Potter, are not my cup of tea. Primarily because it involves a lot of world building. And she does take a lot of time building up the world of Babel and Robin's story. And I felt that it just took a little too long. I realized that some of it was necessary, and I commend her on that. And I like that she built a world that existed within a real world. I was partly familiar with Oxford because I had read, what's the book by Pippa Williams, The Dictionary of Lost Words. So it was kind of in the same way that was available. It was great to have that knowledge of that area, and the subsequent book to it, The Bookbinder, which is also called The Bookbinder of Jericho. Both highly recommend reading. And this also falls into that really weird category called books about books, because they do mention a lot of the characters read really arcane stuff, I think. I wasn't into Latin or Greek, so I can't tell you for sure. Definitely many of the characters weren't white. At least of the main characters. A lot of the side characters were white, but it definitely had a more diverse cast of characters. You had Robin, who's from Canton. Don't know the actual area that it's now from. I thought it was sort of like Hong Kong area, but I could be wrong. Maybe it's more like Shanghai area. I could be wrong. Then you had Remy, who's from India, and Victoire, who is from what now is Haiti. And you had the other main character, I can't remember her name. Oh gosh. Lemmy or Lem? I can't remember her name. It was another female character. But she was definitely white. She was from more of a, I would say, upper middle class type of family. I just can't remember her name now. This is going to bug me. I think Letty, that's her name. I think because she was white, she didn't stand out and therefore not memorable. A bit of a privileged individual, I would say. Anyways, it was a really good book. I quite enjoyed it. But the only downside was that it was really dense. There was stuff in there that I personally didn't care for. I didn't care for her massive descriptions of language and stuff like that. And I think the other thing was that it took a while until the actual crux of the story actually took place. And I think that was a bit disappointing. And I thought that maybe she would get into it a little bit more. Get beyond the world building. And I think she took way too long to build the world. But then again, I'm not an author. Probably will never be an author. Probably will never deal in fantasy. But overall, a really good book. Probably something I will have to read again with an audiobook. Just simply because there's a lot of detail and plot points that I probably missed. So if you like historical fiction meshed with magical realism, meshed with books about books, meshed with fantasy, I would highly recommend this book. It's not for everyone, that I can tell you. But I really highly recommend it, despite my rating. Anyways, I will talk to you soon, and happy reading. Oh, and remember to visit my social media accounts if you want more. I try to post there as much as I can, but sometimes I'm reading, hence why I don't. Yeah, I especially post on Goodreads and Let's See quite a bit, So if you want to really get a sense of my reading habits, you can go there. Also, don't forget, if you want to support me, I have a bookshop.org link. You can buy this book and many others. And also tell your friends and family about this channel if they're interested in reading. And I look forward to talking to you soon. Happy reading!